Hello again. It's time to use the timer and come up with a 3-minute video about 8th grade Expo and sophomore exploration. During the month of November, we have an activity that is very difficult to explain through mail or even emails, so this hopefully will help. We have, in the month of November, the 8th grade Expo, in which we kind of close the school down to turn it into a trade show for 8th graders to start thinking about careers. So all the 8th graders of Warren County come through our building, and our career tech programs, as well as information booths about the future, are set up for them to walk through and look at demonstrations, talk to students that are already enrolled, as well as to make decisions about the future. Those days are really difficult because our building can't hold that total number of 8th graders that are coming, as well as our current students. So we provide those days, as well as 3 additional days, total of 5 that are all together. We allow those days to become college visit days, job shadow days. They also can be military recruiter days. So we provide paperwork and information on how the kids can make connections and try to get out there and get some job shadow, internship, and military recruiting. If there's a problem with transportation, I provide textbook work for them to work on at home if they're not coming to the school. Each program is permitted to have a certain number of helpers depending upon the area that they use. We're kind of a big program, so we get to have quite a number of helpers. But that number has only ranged from 8 to 12, which leaves about 30 kids to have to find something to do. And we want these days to be meaningful, and there's accountability with paperwork for them to fill out. If they don't do anything towards school for those 5 days, then they're considered truant. So we do our best to work with them to come up with something that works during those days. The 8th grade Expo is 2 days and a 3-day sophomore exploration, in which we come in and bring the sophomores through and tell them what our programs are all about and try to encourage those inclined to be in our program. That's a recruiting day, so that's very important as well. We have the same workers, or sometimes we'll move people around to facilitate the need. And we set those up in our lab. And that's a very big deal, because the first day when applications come in on the meet and greet, that very first day, if the first choice people fill our program, then we don't have to go out and try to convince people to come in. And honestly, that's really the best case scenario. There are people that come in late and they're well fitted for our program. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, we want to get the people to sign up and fill up the class on the first day. It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of organization and a lot of work. But most importantly, if your child is enrolled and not participating as one of the helpers on one of the days, then we need to work together so we can get those days as meaningful. And some of the business people, a lot of the business people on our advisory committee have agreed to help as well. We're at 3 minutes, so until next time, so long.